Okay guys, so today I'll be showing you how to make some quick and easy smothered pork chops. I have my chopped onion, chopped bell pepper, some garlic, my Sodash all-purpose seasoning, some beef broth, I have some flour and some extra virgin olive oil, and I have my delicious thick cut pork chops here, which have already been seasoned. Okay, so the first thing I did was add in my pork chops and flour to a Ziploc bag, and I added flour to the pork chops. Okay, so now I will go ahead and add the olive oil to the bottom of the skillet. I'm going to let the olive oil heat up till it gets hot, so we can go ahead and start browning our pork chops. Okay, so now that our oil has heated up, we're going to go ahead and brown the pork chops on both sides. I would say cook them for about 3 minutes on each side. Pork chops are looking good. I'm browning them on both sides. Okay, so now that we've got the pork chops browned, we're gonna go ahead and start making our gravy. Okay, to make your gravy, you leave the oil and the drippings in the pan. And go ahead and add your vegetables, your onions, your garlic, and your bell pepper. Saute those for at least 3 to 4 minutes to get them look good and translucent. Okay, and to my vegetables, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of my all-purpose seasoning. You can kind of go heavy on the seasoning because you're gonna add broth and water, and it's gonna make sure it has flavor. I also add black pepper. Okay, now to our vegetables, we're gonna go ahead and add the flour so we can start making a roux for the gravy. So for the flour, you're gonna cook it until it gets brown, really. So get the brown color that you like. You gotta constantly stir that flour so it can continue to cook off and get brown. So this usually takes a minute. Just cook it till it gets like the brown color that you want. I like mine on the medium brown, like medium brown color. This browning process usually takes a little bit, so it's probably going to take about 15 minutes to get it to your desired color. But I love homemade gravy, so this is how I do mine. Okay guys, so this is starting to get the color that I want it to be. The flour has browned. So now what you're going to do is, you're going to turn your heat down just a little bit. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and add our chicken broth. So once you add the chicken broth, go ahead and give that gravy a stir. And you want the gravy to come up to a boil, so it can start to get thick. Okay, so now that my gravy is starting to come to a boil, I'm gonna go ahead and add my pork chops back in. So now that we have our pork chops in, we're gonna bring that to a slight boil, and then we're gonna reduce the heat to low, cover it, and let it cook for at least 45 minutes. Okay, now so all we're gonna do is cover these and let these cook until they get good and tender. Pork chops don't take long to cook, but simmering them on low in this gravy is gonna make them very juicy and very delicious. I hope you all enjoy the recipe.